Okay, we are at part 2 of this. Well, actually, episode 1. The first one we did, the audio was terrible. We're in the same place though. We are in. I don't want to really mention the place's name, but we're sitting over here having a coffee with them, with that lacquer style Coenie Lamprecht.
I'm back, guys. We're going to do it better this time.
We hope so. We hope that this thing works.
If it's messed up again, I'm done. Last time I came on to it.
Yeah, we hope that this works. Just keep your mic to your mouth. I know it's a hard thing to do with your human swallowing problem that you got.
So, no. Okay, guys, what I was talking about is basically I've started for some reason choking on literally everything I drink. Like, I'll drink water. Like, in the middle of church, no matter where I go, I'll just start coughing. Even in my own spit, like, I'll be sparring or something, grappling in it. So, now he's mocking me about it all the time.
It's a human characteristic to be able to swallow normal. We do it on a daily basis without half dying. You're the only one who's dying.
Listen, this is coming from someone who
listen to
literally
this now.
doesn't eat anything but watermelon. Like, there's something wrong with this guy.
Watermelon's amazing. Everyone can attest to that. All right, some of the things I wanted to go over. First of all, I just want to say a big thank you to our sponsors for Masters Grappling Classic. There's the medal, and at the back we've got the FDSS.
Yeah,
big sponsor. They sponsor our medals. Big shout out to them for the medal sponsors. And then the other one is the Youth MMA Championships medals, proudly sponsored by SNT. Big shout out to them for those medals as well.
Yes. Also, again, while I'm here, thanks to them because they both sponsor me too. Big appreciation from both of them as well.
Great companies, guys. Go get a hold of them, do some work with them. What else did we want to speak about? Okay, so a few things have changed since the last time we sat over here. We touched on base with religion coming to church with us and everything, and just to get back on it, whoever wants to come and join us on a Sunday at 6 o'clock, we go to the Bridge Church in Alberton. It's a great atmosphere, nice and young vibe, pull through. I got confirmation yesterday of my baptism with them. It's going to be on the 8th of December at 11:30. So I know some of you guys will be coming through. It's great to have some support and all of that.
It's an important part of your life.
And then there was something else that I wanted to also touch base on.
The resurrection church.
Oh yes, guys, also on a religious note, myself and my sister have started off a clothing brand, a religious clothing brand. We call it worship wear, called Resurrection. You can find us all over social media and all of that. Come through or go to the pages, go and check out the designs. We've got really cool designs. It takes about 2 weeks to get your shirt to you. It'll be packaged to you in a nice little box with some stickers and whatnot. But support us. Small businesses need your support.
Yeah. Then also on other notes, back on like the MMA side of things, this video is probably going to get released after it's like posted in public. Rourke has sadly pulled out of the World Sexual Fight due to an injury. I'm now doing a CCJ match against JJ Karajanitis, which will be probably even more fun in my opinion. I've been wanting to do a CCJ match for a while. Thanks to Shmackin for like putting it together so fast and still trying to get me onto the card. I really appreciate that from them too. So still, 6 December, get your tickets, come watch. It's going to be a banger.
Yeah, it should be good. I know what your CJJ is like. We've had a good couple of rounds ourselves with each other.
But good rounds means we both have a headache the next day and then we're both confused about it.
Yeah, we've had some good CJJ rounds. So, guys, it'll be an interesting matchup to come and see. It's basically grappling with open palm strikes.
Yeah.
So it's always good to come and watch the guys hit the shit out of each other, basically. What else did we want to talk about, man? There was other things. Guys, while we're on dates, the winner takes all is the 6th of December. Then we've got the 7th of December, the Masters Grappling Classic.
This one, yeah.
So all of the guys who are over 30 years old, please come and register. Find it on Smooth Comp, register. Early bird is over. Normal registration ends tomorrow. And then there is the Youth MMA Championships, which is from 10 years to 17 years. The guys, Also, the normal registration ends tomorrow, the 15th. So please go jump on Smooth Comp, register the guys. It's the last tournament for the youth for the year. Let them get the experience. They need the experience. That's why we started Youth MMA Championship, so they can get the experience. Early next year, we've got the nationals, and then we've got, or the provincials, then we've got the nationals. So this is a great chance for them to get some experience. Register the youth, especially the 12 to 17-year-olds. Let them get in the cage one more time this year. Get their record up. They need the experience.
100%, guys. What Coach Shane is saying is very true. Experience, especially in youth, is very important, especially if you're looking to go to world championships and stuff. Those kids fight almost every single weekend. The amount of experience they have is insane. It's going to be almost impossible for us to match it, but we can at least try. Try to get like 10 more fights or something in before then, 15 fights, even as much as you possibly can. If there's a comp register, it doesn't take anything out of you but making you better. It just improves you.
What else is happening in your life? Someone's got a girlfriend now?
not yet, soon though.
Not yet. We're still in talking.
It will not take
phase.
anything away from my training. Don't worry. Training is still my life. That won't change.
Well, she seems understanding about it.
Yes, 100%. She's been very understanding so far. She hasn't given me any problems.
We're not going to mention any names yet.
Say again?
We're not going to mention any names yet.
Yeah, we're not mentioning names.
We're going to keep her out of the spotlight for as long as we
keep her out of the spotlight. She will go public. But I've posted on my story and stuff. You guys probably know what I'm talking about.
But I tell you what, come to Winner Takes All. She will be there. You will meet her there.
If you want to meet Coenie Lamprecht's girlfriend,
she will be there. The woman, the myth, the legend.
Exactly. What else is happening?
Yeah, I think we've covered most of it, but we can, general life. What's happening in general life-wise?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'll
tell you what, I am excited about the baptism. It'll be the first time I'm being baptized, and I think it's the next step for me when it comes to religion. Some of the stuff I'm still struggling with is like cussing, swearing. I also found that a lot of, I know quite a few people who are religious people and Christians and still swear.
But the biggest thing is just not to use the Lord's name in any bad way.
Yeah. That's one of the 10 commandments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's the most important.
That I've cut out. But I am struggling with the swearing. But what I do find is that, like with the 30-day discipline challenge that we're doing, reading your scriptures every day, the verse of the day that I put on our group every day, plus the small little sermon that we get from the priest every day, which it actually helps with a lot of this,
and then I get called out for posting the same scripture because I wasn't reading the group, and I thought I was being smart, I read the scripture, I'm going to post it on the group, and the coach like, nah, I posted it first. Go take your ice pop.
I don't know so much about the smart part that you mentioned there. You get hit in the head a lot. You can't swallow properly. So
that's my excuse, yes.
There's a lot of intelligence problems we're dealing with here.
You've all seen Nate Diaz and Mike Tyson, which is actually Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are fighting.
This weekend.
I think tomorrow.
Yeah, this weekend.
What a stupid fight. And I'm going to speak on this for literally a minute, 30 seconds, okay?
So who have you got? First of all.
Jake Paul. I love Mike Tyson.
I got Tyson, bro.
But listen.
I got Tyson.
Okay, let's be realistic here. I hate Jake Paul. I don't like that guy. But let's be realistic here. Mike Tyson is almost 60.
A fucking savage.
He's been fought. He's been punched in the head countless times. He's had countless concussions. He's probably trained for this fight, but he probably doesn't care either. He doesn't need money or anything from this fight. It's just a PR thing for Jake Paul. My part on Jake Paul is he's an idiot because he doesn't fight anyone that can actually beat him. When he did fight someone, he lost. When he fought someone that can beat him, he lost.
Look, in his defense, he does train. You can see he's putting in the training.
100% he does train.
He's got hands. But Mike Tyson, I don't know, man. He's different.
And now this idiot called out Canelo after Mike Tyson. Does he have a death wish?
Yeah, Canelo's a different thing.
Canelo will murder Jake Paul.
That's a different thing.
So I hope he wins. So Canelo can then murder Jake Paul. Exactly like
I still got Mike Tyson.
I hope he lands a lucky punch, but the other thing is if I'm right, they're fighting 16 ounce gloves.
Tyson's a machine.
With headgear, which means, because Mike Tyson is going to have the cardio Jake Paul does. So the only way he would have won is with knockout. But now they're fighting with 16 ounce gloves and headgear, so it's much less likely for him to knock him out.
Well, I suppose we just got to wait and see, huh?
Yeah. I hope he wins that.
And tonight's EFC.
Oh yes.
Let's go, Edson.
Again, Edson, let's go get
Let's
this
go,
title.
guy. Yeah, Edson's a great friend of ours.
I'm
All
going
of
to
the
give
guys
out
from
prediction.
Creon
I'm going Edson with round 4 submission. I think it's gonna be a slow fight at the start. I think it's gonna be too aggressive from both guys, but I think you'll eventually get the fight down to the ground. I don't see Terence going for takedowns too much, although he's got decent wrestling. I do not see him going for takedowns because he knows he's most likely got a bit of like the edge on the striking. I haven't seen Edson strike much though, so I can't really say on that. But I think Edson will eventually get the fight to the ground, get to his like where he's comfortable, and then finish the fight.
Well, even if he does shoot on Edson,
Yeah,
he's going to Edson's world.
Or something.
Yeah, he's going into Edson's world. But
Edson's got a
wishing
tough
Edson all the best, man. He's a great guy. Like I say,
100%.
we like all of the guys from Creonte. We like all of those guys, man. So they were cool dudes, man.
Yeah,
and also,
100%.
big up to Professor Chris Steenkamp getting his black belt. Well done,
As
dude.
well as Edson actually getting his purple belt. Conor
well
getting his
done.
purple belt.
Yeah. Well done to all of the guys. Well deserved,
good
man.
ratings. Yes,
Well
they've
deserved.
both been in this game for long.
Yeah,
So-
well deserved.
All deserve it.
That's great.
And I've been tapped up by all of them a few times. So
It's great to see the jiu-jitsu in South Africa growing like that.
Yeah.
You know? And
we've got quite a bit of black belts now.
It's so good for the
High
sport.
level belts, yeah. And also, like, I'm planning on going to ADCC trials next year or IBJJF Worlds, so which they also usually go to. It's nice to also see a bigger team going to stuff like that to go compete at IBJJF or ADCC trials. Because South Africa hasn't been too prominent in jiu-jitsu up until like Luke Griffith started coming through and things like that started happening. But yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to be watching the EFC tonight, though. We got class on. It's gi tonight.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's gi tonight because we didn't do gi on Tuesday.
Back on that later. I'll sort it out. It's
We're
Nogi
doing
tonight
gi
because
tonight.
I'm prepping for a Nogi fight, and coach is such a nice person.
No,
He's sacrificing the whole
No.
class.
you can still ankle lock people with a gi on.
So what I'm doing is I'm going to put a poll in the jiu-jitsu group and I'm going to say, okay, gi, no gi, and we'll see who's got the favorite. Just as like something, like I like gi. I just love no gi.
Okay, we'll do a poll and see who pulls it out.
I bet you there's going to be 2 people voting for gi. It's going to be you and Dion.
If Dion arrives.
True. I'm not joking to you guys. So we normally do gi on Tuesday and no gi on Thursday. And Tuesday, some of the people didn't bring gis because of no gi for a while prepping for sub-kings. I'm not joking. When coach said, okay, guys, never mind, we'll do no gi. Everyone just had this massive smile on their face, including me. But yeah, do gi, training gi, but do no gi.
Yeah, but we never do gi because nobody wants to do gi.
But no gi's
We
fun.
got to do gi.
No
You've got
gi's
to
fun.
you've got to train
Yeah, we
gi
do.
too.
Like I said, twice a year.
Honestly, listen to this clown. Just listen to this.
We'll do gi for 2 weeks before every gi comp.
So my next podcast is probably, but guys, by the way, this is all on Spotify. So if you're seeing this up here, it's come from Spotify somewhere. So jump onto Spotify, go find the Shmackin podcast. One of our students, Tegan, messaged me this morning. Finally, something named after me. It's not Shmackin's not you. You're not Shmackin.
We just say you're Schmiegel.
Yeah, you're Schmiegel.
Or what's the
You're
other
not,
one?
You're not Shmackin. Schmiegel. Kasmat Milky Chef.
Kasmat Makchef.
Milky Chef.
Yeah, Milky Chef.
Because he's pale.
Yeah.
And he made a paper champ title.
Yeah, someone's studying and then stays up to 3 o'clock making paper UFC belts or cardboard UFC belts.
But listen, speaking about Tegan, our youth, Wade and
Joseph
and Tegan, they
Even Zaid and Chris, my brother.
Chris,
as well.
yeah. We got the ladies as well, Tanith and Amy. They're all fighting at the Youth MMA Championships. All of them except for Tanith, Zaid and Chris have been overseas, fought overseas at IMMAF youth tournaments at the Worlds.
A lot of them have gone twice.
And they've all they're all ranked worldwide in the top 10, top 5, top 10, yeah. So even if you're not doing anything on the 30th of November, come and watch these kids fight, man. They got some serious skills.
Yeah.
The youth South Africa's youth are so promising, man, and I'm so glad to have about 3, 4, 5, 6 of them coming up now. You know, and They're going to all be competing at the provincials and at the
nationals,
SAs.
and hopefully a world.
Yeah, and then worlds hopefully.
And
But-
then one more thing I would like to say is, guys, open mats, not just at our gym, everywhere. Go to open mats. It's nice to have different people to train with. I'm going to sneeze. To have different people to train with.
So unprofessional. What the fudge? Yeah.
Come through on Saturdays 9:30 at Valhalla MMA. Come do some grappling and stuff, some grappling, sparring, boxing, kickboxing, everything. Sunday 2:30, same thing. Oh yeah, and also Sunday morning 9:30 as well. And not just, you don't have to just come to our open mat. Come to every open mat. Just roll with different people. Let's become a family of mixed martial artists. I need to keep moving this mic. Let's become a family of mixed martial artists in South Africa. Not just like a gym here, a gym there, a gym here, a gym here. We're all in the same sport. Let's become a family again.
And guys, that's how you get better, man. You know, you're going to get used to being or training a certain way with your gym mates. As soon as you go to another gym, you'll start seeing how your skill levels are being put to the test, and you have to perform differently. You know, your movement's going to change. Your general submissions that you would be getting at your gym, you can't catch on other guys now all of a sudden. So you have to expand new avenues. I suggest getting out there and going, exactly like Coenie says, go to different gyms, go and learn from them. If you get caught in something, you know, that's what's nice about the open mates is ask the guy, listen, how did you do that? How did you get me into that? Or how did you submit me like that? They're going to tell you, you know, and you start picking up knowledge like that. And it's free knowledge. You're not paying for classes when you go to open mat. Go to an open mat, go and learn something, man.
And no one's going to think, like, oh yeah, I taught this guy. It's the same belt as me, but I just taught him. That makes you better. No, you can always learn something from someone. You as a purple, brown belt, whatever, can probably learn something from a white belt if you try hard enough. Like, there's always something to learn.
Yeah, guys, I'm a black belt, and I've been tapped up by how many different guys that are not black belts. You know, the level out there is sometimes someone's going to catch you in something, or they do something that you don't expect. It is what it is, but that's how you learn. And if you're afraid to tap, you're in the wrong sport. You mustn't be afraid to tap. If you're going to get tapped, so what? And if a lower belt taps you, so what? Who cares? Learn from it. Yeah, learn from it, man. You know, black belt is just a belt. It's just basically the time that you put in, and through the time is where your skill level comes from. Is that in the time that you've been doing it, you've been learning and you've been growing, and so have the other guys. And sometimes they just learn something a little bit better than what you've learned it. But you should not be afraid to tap. Just get out there and roll.
Yes.
Masters Grappling Classic. Come and roll. Over 30s. Come and enter.
I think that's almost it. I don't think there's much more to cover.
Yeah, no, but there wasn't really much to cover. What else did we speak about in that first one with the terrible audio? I didn't know if this audio is going to be better.
The UFC.
Oh, UFC, we didn't even touch on that yet.
Yeah,
which is
so
this
we've got
weekend
Michael Chandler. No, let's start with the main event. We've got Michael Chandler, John Jones to Stipe, where I've got John Jones by submission somewhere.
John Jones as well.
Then I've got Oliveira to actually TKO Chandler again, not by sub. I think he's going to TKO Chandler again.
I'm actually going with Chandler on this one. I think he's got a point to prove, and if I look at the way he's been training, he's in beast mode. He's ready to go.
I think it's just stupid to be.
He's ready to go, man. I think he's going to win this one.
Charles is too crisp. Look, he can always land, but I don't see him landing and knocking out Charles. Charles also has a good chin.
I don't know. You guys gave me crap about what was that last UFC when I chose
Ilya. No, but I said it could go either way, and I'm a big Max fan. Still disappointed about that.
I'm still a Max fan, but it's just I could see that fight was Ilya.
But I'm going to sound so biased now. If they fought at lightweight, right? I know that if word doesn't work in MMA, but if they fought at lightweight...
Who knows? But they could have gone down the same way.
He won't, though. He won't. But then we've got Paul Craig versus Bo Nickel.
I'm also Bo Nickel there.
I don't see... Paul Craig has beaten people like Jamal Hill. Okay, but Jamal Hill's also not that good. But he can just throw up a triangle on by and then Bo's out. But
yeah, anything can happen, but still... I'm still
going with Bo Nickel. And I think that's it. It's not a great card, I'm going to be honest. I don't know everyone this card. I think, isn't Nick Diaz fighting with Sensei Luque?
Yeah, I think he's also on the
I'm actually not sure if it's this card or what card it is. I'm not too keen on this card. Like, I'm going to wake up and watch the main card and we're going to watch the prelims.
Look, I'm not even going to lie to you. This EFC card that's happening now, I'm also not super thrilled
I
about
know
it.
like a few people on it, so it's alright. But yeah, look, I think the next UFC I'm actually excited for is the fight night happening against Gary and the other guy with the spinning back kick knockout, Joaquin Buckley or something. Because there's a few good fights actually on that card. That's going to be a fun card, and that's the last card for the year, so it's also going to be pretty cool.
And soon we'll have Kazmat Mokichev on one of the cards, and Schmiegel, Tegan the Schmiegel. But,
Give him a few years. The guy's man multi-chef.
Yeah, guys, I think that's about all we needed to cover. I don't really want to do this with the podcast going forward, so I just want to have conversations with people. I don't really want to touch on points. We're just touching on points now because the first one was such a mess up with audio. I'm hoping this isn't a mess up with audio, but we'll see.
Yeah, there are still going to be stuff getting covered in it, but it's okay. It's going to be more just like talking, chatting. Like last time when me and him apparently argued about watermelon or something. I don't know even what was going on there. But yeah, more like that. But I could just have normal conversation stuff. We're obviously going to be all MMA fighters. Like we can't help but speak about it sometimes. But yeah, I think that's like you said. I think that's about it.
That's about it. Otherwise, from myself and the Kunster, that is it.
100%. Thank you guys. Check us on Spotify.
Cheers.
Cheers.